Right. Thank you very much and welcome to the public speaking practice session. My name is Ibrahim Mustapha. And now in the studio we have Mash. Mash waiting for me to bring him on stage. So this is the public speaking practice session where you get to practice, where you get to learn about how to speak in public and you control your voice. My name is Ibrahim Mustapha and today we are going to practice. So welcome, my good brother Mash. Welcome.
Thank you.
Great. So this is the public speaking session, and the aim is to practice, to create the opportunity for us to practice and to be able to do more. So tell us who you are and what you do and how coming up on stage can help you.
Okay, my name is Mashood.
Great. So where are you from and what do you do?
Okay, I'm from Tambale and I'm accountant at one of the district hospitals.
Great. So this is the practice session, and where you get to practice, where you get to tell the world what you do and how to perfect your public speaking skills. So that's the main purpose of this particular program, is to help you to learn more, to believe in you, and to create that rapport. So once you are here, maybe if you have some message to tell the world, this is the time for you to tell the world.
I just want to practice how to make a presentation.
Great. So this is what we are going to do. So I'm going to ask you again to introduce yourself and we take it up from there. So your introduction is part of your public speaking. So the more you introduce yourself, and it is nice, people will give you opportunities. People will give you things that, like maybe contracts, whatever, just because you've been able to introduce yourself. So go ahead, introduce yourself again, and let's take it up.
Okay. My name is Mukhtar Mashood. I am an accountant working in one of the district hospitals in the Savannah region.
Great. So I would like you to do it again, but this time use 2 minutes to prepare. Okay? Just use 2 minutes to prepare your introduction, and you do it again. So I'm giving you 2 minutes to prepare, and you will do this again. So go backstage, prepare. I'll bring you up to do this again. So this is the public speaking practice session, and the purpose of this is to help you to mature your voice. The purpose of this practice session is to help you, give you that platform for you to practice. So if you are here and you want to practice your speaking, you want to practice your voice tonality, the time is right. The time is now. You can come here and practice. Let me know wherever you are monitoring from. Put in yes, and let me know where you are monitoring from. You can also share this wherever you are listening or hearing or whatever it is that you are seeing. You can share. So I'm live on LinkedIn. I'm live on YouTube. I'm live on my Facebook page. And I'm also live on IM Radio. So if you are doing the monitoring, just share this and come up on stage. There's a link that you can come up on stage to practice your public speaking. The time is now. The time is here to practice, and you can practice and create opportunities for you. Let me bring him Mash back to practice. So welcome, brother.
Thank you.
Great. So do your introduction again.
Okay. My name is Mukhtar Mashood. I am an accountant working in one of the district hospitals in the Savannah region, precisely Bambwai Polyclinic.
Great. So how do you feel? Like the first presentation and now, how do you feel? Is there any difference?
there's slight difference.
Okay. So why do you think there's a difference?
I think I needed to add certain things to make the presentation look good.
Great. So this is what you needed to do more. The more you keep on practicing, the more you get better. Public speaking is all about practicing. So you see, the first time you did it and it was good, but it keeps getting better. There's a slight difference in it, and your confidence keeps rising, and that's the purpose of public speaking. There's no magic to public speaking, but the only magic that I can tell you is that the power to practice. There are few techniques, terminologies, there are few things that you can do to make your speech or your presentation great, but the best way is to practice. So practice is key for you to practice. So if you have some questions, you can ask me some questions and I'll answer them, but then let's keep practicing.
Okay.
Great.
So I wanted to know, like, maybe you are to have a performance review at your facility.
Okay.
Like how you introduce yourself during the presentation.
Okay. Great. So it depends on what you want to achieve. And when it comes to introduction, there are different levels that you can look at introduction. There are different levels that you can look at introduction. So maybe you are talking about performance review because you are an accountant and you want to share your story to them. So they already know you. So you hammer on what the role that you have, just like you are doing. Oh, I am the accountant at our facility, and so you can mention that, mention your name, mention your role that you play, and also you can go ahead to tell people your vision for that particular role. So I am Ibrahim Mustapha. I am an accountant for Dabaya Hospital, and my role for this is to make sure that we keep great records. So you see that you are talking about that. But then when you come outside your comfort zone, your work, you want to introduce yourself. Sometimes you can add one or two terminologies, one or two things that you can add. So, and you can add based on what you are selling, based on the products that you have, you can like mention them and add. So for example, if you are also doing something extra, maybe you are into farming, right? You can equally put it there. If it will not go against your profession, you can put it in that introduction. So my name is Ibrahim Mustapha. I'm an accountant at Bamboy District Polyclinic. I am also a farmer, and I farm maize. The purpose of you telling them that is that if someone wants to buy maize, who will they call? They will call you. So your introduction is your call card to market yourself. So you can use your introduction to market you. And that's the purpose of introductions. So to help market you, your brand, and what you are into. Yes. So you need to mention some of them. So go back and I will give you a topic and you are going to talk about it. But you have the time to practice. And the topic is that you are going to speak to senior high students. You've gone through their level. Some of them are indisciplined. And you are going to be the keynote speaker. Marsh, you are going to be the keynote speaker there. So today you are going to advise them. You are going to speak for 2 minutes. So prepare your speech and come back. So use some minutes to prepare and come back. So I'll bring you back to do your presentation. Right. So we're doing the public speaking practice. Come up on stage. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy. We are live on LinkedIn, live on Facebook, my pages. We are live on YouTube. And the power to practice is important. As a speaker, you need to take charge, and you need to be able to speak, to market your products, to market your brand, to let people know what you can do. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid if people don't listen to you. No, public speaking is about communication. The more you communicate, the more you keep getting better. So I'm going to share with you some one or two things as we prepare Marsh to come up on stage and give us that presentation, that inspiring presentation to senior high school students. I'm just going to share with you one or two tips that can help you better your presentation. So let me go back. Let me bring a PowerPoint, and I have 7 points formula for each, like whatever public speaking that you want to do, you can use this template. And like the public speaking practice, number 1, know your audience. Who are your audience? Who are you talking to? Who are you communicating with? So that's number 1. Number 2, don't memorize your speech. I've seen this and I keep on telling people, don't try to memorize your speech and go out there and try to pour it out. If you are not good, you cannot memorize a full speech, right? But then you can memorize some aspects of it, like quotations, some stories, but don't try to memorize the whole speech. It's a practice. You need to speak. You need to keep doing what you do. Number 3 is tell a story that captivates. Tell a story that inspires. Learn to tell stories. If you learn to tell stories, you can learn to speak with power. And that's the power of public speaking. Number 4 is practice. And as part of practice, that's why I'm giving my platforms to people to practice for free. No one is paying anything to practice, but you see, some of you are there, you want to practice, but you are afraid. If you don't practice, how do you become better? So you need to practice. There are a lot of ways that you can practice, and I'll talk about practice very soon. You need to do researches, learn to do research, right? You need to research about your presentation. You need to research. You need to practice, research about your audience, control your body language, and be yourself. So let's go back and let's bring in Mash to do his speech. Mash, welcome back again.
Thank you very much.
Okay, hope you are ready.
Yes.
Let's go. So by the count of 1, 2, 3, let's go.
Okay. Good morning to you all. I am Mukhtar Mashoud, an accountant of Bamboy Polyclinic. I am here today to talk to you about indiscipline. First of all, before I start, I have to define what indiscipline is. So let me say indiscipline is like disobeying authority or disobeying orders of a higher authority. And so if you are indisciplined, it has consequences. Discipline has consequences and indiscipline has its consequences. So discipline will make you a better person in future. But if you are indisciplined, it will not be good for you in the near future.
Great. So this is great, and I think you've put in up 1 or 2 things. You still come back to do this. You are still going to practice this, and keep practicing until you become better and better and better. So public speaking is all about practicing. This was good, right? Because you are speaking like their language. You are speaking to let them know that yes, in discipline they need to be disciplined and all those stuff. So let me just update my audience. We are live on YouTube. We are live on. I've just taken out the LinkedIn. We are live on my Facebook pages. So come up on stage and practice. Come up on stage and let's do this together. So you can, and we can all do whatever we are supposed to do, to speak in public, to speak of power, to speak of precision, and to be able to do more. My name once again is Ibrahim Mustapha, and I know and I do believe that you can speak of that power, speak to influence, speak to make create opportunities, and speak to do more. It's always possible. So Mash, do you have some questions to ask again as we continue?
Some questions. So the topic you presented to me.
Right.
So instead, I want to know how, like, you begin the speech.
Okay. So we're talking about, like, I gave you a blank topic. You're just advising students about indiscipline. So that's like you can go the way of career, the way of leadership. Right. So if I was to go about with it, I'll probably choose to either greet or just thank the teachers. I can say, okay, I want to thank your teachers for giving me the opportunity to speak to you. And I'm happy that today I'm going to let you, to speak to you about ABCD. So I'm going to talk to you about indiscipline. I'm going to talk to you about career. And I'm going to talk to you about leadership. I can start with that. I can equally start by, maybe there's a quotation quote. It could be a Quranic quote. It could be a quote from the Bible. I can just pick anything, motivational quote, and I start with it. So I can say that, I can start by saying that all that I am and all that I intend to become, I owe that to my mother. Right? So I can rephrase that and say all that I am and all that I intend to become, I owe that to the teachers of this school. Because they've given much to me, and I'm here just because they've lectured or they've given me the opportunity to. So you can start with that. I can start by asking questions. I can start by asking questions. Questions like, who has a dream? Here. Or a question like, what do you want to achieve after my presentation? So I can ask a question like that. What do audience want to achieve after my presentation? So once I ask that question, you will see that they will be struggling to answer, or someone will say, okay, we want to learn about leadership, we want to learn about career, we want to learn about whatever, but then they are asking or they are answering those questions. So as a speaker, you need to know what is good for you to start with. You can even start by telling a joke. If you are good in telling jokes, you can start with that. If you are good in asking questions, you can start asking questions. Just start your presentation with that. But in any way, know what you want to do and how you want to start. Is that okay? Some questions? Hope you're getting okay. Can you do your introduction once more? Then we'll move on. Right. So, I just want to welcome you especially to the public speaking practice session with Ibrahim Mustapha. My name is Ibrahim Mustapha, and I'm here to coach you, to take you through some ways that you can practice your presentations. And as a speaker, there are things that you need to do, and I'll be going back to my slides to let you know what you can do, how you can practice your presentation. And it's just like a 7-point formula You need to know your audience. That's number one. You need to know your audience. And knowing your audience simply means you need to do basic researches. So if you are coming, you need to know what you want to do. You need to know how you want to do what you want to do. And you can practice your session. I have my members coming. My squad is coming up big time. I have them coming. So you need to you can tell story, practice research about your audience, control your body language, and be yourself. Be yourself. So Bash, welcome. It's like today you are traveling.
Yes, thank you.
You are traveling today.
Yes.
That's good. That's good. I like that. Let me bring Richmond. Welcome, Richmond. Welcome. Okay, so we are all here. So Bash, today what do you have for us? Since you are traveling, you may just say one or two things, then we'll move on. Okay, we've lost Bash. Richmond, welcome. Right. Richmond, it's like you are muted. You can unmute yourself and let's kickstart. Let's keep moving. So the public speaking session, and with me, but there are a lot of things that you can do to speak. There are a lot of opportunities that you can create for yourself. There are a lot of things that you need to do as a speaker to be in that realm. So there are things that you can easily do to speak, and there are opportunities that you can create for yourself. And one day I'm going to talk about how to create opportunities for yourself as a speaker. You can do more, and if you just understand and know what you want to do. So Richmond, welcome. Okay, so I think we have a challenge with Richmond. Right, I can see it. So Mash, you are still here?
Yes.
Who are your favorite speakers in the world?
Hey, do I have any favorite speaker?
You don't have yet?
Maybe I will say Barack Obama.
Great. So what about Barack Obama do you like? Like his speaking? You like his presentation?
Yes. The way he presents his speeches. The gestures and the mannerism that he exhibits.
Wow. So we take it with like learning from him. So let's look at one or two things that he's been able to use to promote himself in terms of public speaking. Number one is the way he uses his hands. And number two is the way he pauses.
That's what I mean by gestures.
Yes. So he also uses his pauses. And the power of pauses, he uses them well by... I'm just going to give you an example. Barack Obama can speak and pause. So he says like, yes, we can. And he pauses. Then he says something again, and he pauses. Then he says, so he's using pauses to capture his audience attention. He's using the power of pauses to create leverage. He uses the power of pauses to be able to do that very well. So if you are like him, or if you want to be like him, you can also emulate,
Okay.
like you said, the mannerism and all the things that
Okay.
he's using to speak in public.
Okay.
Yes, yes. So I'm still going through my 7-point formula, and now I'm going
Okay.
to do a little bit of that explanation again to let people know that you need to control your body language. And that's what Marsh meant when he says Obama and the mannerism and how he controls his hands. So as a speaker, you need to learn to control your body. Once you are walking in stage, you need to take stage. You need to take the stage, control the stage, and know that, yes, this is what I'm doing, and this is how I'm going to do what I'm doing. So you need to do that. You need to take charge, and you need to create that rapport. You need to create opportunities for you to do more. So if you are monitoring, if you are listening, just come up on stage, practice. It's free to practice. And I have a lot of people watching right from YouTube. I have people on my Facebook pages. I've now gone on live of my main page. It was just Instagram, but now I am live on different platforms. And that is what we can do to help. That is how we can do to create opportunities. So, Mash,
Okay.
the presentation you did for senior high school students. Do that again,
Okay.
Leslie. Do it again.
Okay. Good morning, students. I am Mukhtar Mashut, an accountant of Bamboy Polyclinic.
Great.
I am okay.
You can start again if you don't mind.
Okay. Good morning, audience. Welcome to today's session, which is about indiscipline.
Great.
Hello.
So, Mash.
Okay.
Mash.
Okay.
Take your
Yes.
time. Go through it again. This time, make sure you
Okay.
put something down in terms of paper.
Okay.
Put how you are going to start in paper and the type of words that you want on paper. And because you want,
Okay.
I would like you to do it faster, then you do the slow aspect of it. So welcome, Richmond.
I am.
Right, welcome. And I can see that today your network is disturbing, it's worrying. But then let's move on. So quickly, let's jump start with the presentation you have for today.
Good evening, I
Right.
am.
Great.
Hope you can
I'm
hear
here.
me.
I can hear you now. Let's go.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello, I am.
Yes, I can hear you. Go on.
Hello, I am.
Right. I think we are having
Hope
a
you can
glitch
hear
here.
me.
Yes, I can. I can. Right. So it's a public speaking training, public speaking practice session with me, myself, Ibrahim Mustapha, and we can do more. we can reach out, we can create opportunities, and we can speak with power, of precision. The power is in your hands to speak, and you need to practice. And I'm leveraging, giving my platform to people to practice, to do more, to practice, and to be able to reach out and do more with the power of their voices. You can speak, but you need to practice. And there's a 7-point formula for me, which is: 1, you need to know your audience; 2, you don't need to memorize your speech; 3, you need to learn to tell stories, tell positive stories. Number 5 is that you need to research about your audience. You need to learn to research about your audience. Number 6, your body language. You need to control your body language. Number 7 is be yourself. Be yourself and know that it's always possible. Be yourself and create opportunities for you. Your confidence is already inborn in you. You have the confidence that you need to win. All you just need to do is to be yourself. Be yourself and create that opportunity for you. We are doing the public speaking practice session. Come up on stage, practice. Don't be afraid. Come up, practice your speech, practice your performance, practice the way you interact on stage, practice, and it's free. Come up and practice your speaking. I believe in you. I believe in the power of your dreams. So let's go out for commercial break, and we will be back. We will definitely be back, and I'm going to take myself out, and we are going to be back pretty soon. So you can also come up on stage to practice. You can also come up on stage to speak with power, to speak and to create that leverage for yourself to be able to do whatever you are supposed to do. It's public speaking. It's the time to speak and the time to create opportunities. But you can speak. And if you can speak, you can control opportunities that come to you because you attract opportunities. If you can speak, you can do more. So it's a speaking session, and I just want you to join me online, and let's do this. Join and let's create opportunities. Join and let's speak. Join and let's do this and many more. I believe we can learn and we can practice. So come up on stage and practice. There's a link there. Just come up on stage and practice. That's all I want. Come up, practice. Come, let's practice and let's do this. Also send me your messages. You can ask your questions. Actually, you can ask questions, and we can do this together. So welcome, Mash. You are back on stage
hello?
again.
Okay.
Yes, you are back on stage. Any question?
Any question? For now, I don't think I have any question.
Okay. That's great. That's good. So we move on to maybe one or two things before we bring the curtains down. And
Okay.
what I want you to do is that I want to put you in a program. Right.
Okay.
It's like a practice session that I want you to do for me. And we are going to do this
Okay.
For perhaps 2 weeks. And I want you to speak faster. And I want you to be able to control the way you speak. So there are things that I want you to do. Is that every day, get any book and read aloud. Read a book aloud. Just get it. It could be graphics, papers. Just read for 10 minutes. Open it up, and I do that every day. Open up and just start reading. And read aloud. So that's your task that you'll be performing, and that's the practice sessions that you'll be doing. And you keep in touch and let me know how it goes.
Okay.
Yes. So just let me know how that goes, and we can take it to the next chapter. We can take it to the next level. But then just do it and keep doing it, and let's see. So thank you, Mash,
Okay.
for coming up. Thank you, and just
Thank,
keep hanging up. I'll bring you back again,
thank you.
but then
Okay.
just be around. Right. So we can all do more. Come up and practice. Come up and speak. Come up and let's create opportunities. Let's do more. Let's reach out to more people. Let's create opportunities. Let's create that rapport to do more. It's a public speaking practice session, and I want to specially invite you to come up and practice. I want to specially let you know that you can speak of power. You can do more if you learn to practice. You can do more if you create that opportunity to be able to do more. So come up and let's practice. Come up and let's do more. I believe in you, and I believe in the power of your dream. Right. Back again. There's a speaking session. Back. You can do more. The power of your voice. You can speak, you can control, and you can do more. So there are Adam Simon. Welcome, brother. Welcome, Madam Simon. Let's go. So it's the part series, and we are doing this to let people practice their presentations. Maybe you have a presentation to do in the office. you can come up and practice, and you can speak, and you can create that rapport for you. So Adam, if you are here, you are just welcome. And anytime you are ready, let me know. You are welcome in the public speaking practice session. And we can do more with the power of our voice. Let's speak out. Let's speak. Let's create opportunities. And let's do this more. Let's do this. Let's add some flair to it. And let's keep practicing. Let's keep practicing. No matter who you are, you need to practice. You need to practice. And the more you practice, the more you get better. The more you practice, the more you create opportunities. The more you practice, the more you create leverage to do more. The name still remains Ibrahim Mustapha. And thank you, Yakub Abdul Sadiq, for sharing this. You can also share this to your friends, to your family, to monitor and to watch. But let's do more. Adam Simon.
Sir?
Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Great. It's a pleasure having you. And first, I want to ask you to ask me any question that you want to ask me. Then we move on. We'll take the next steps.
Okay, sir. My first question I want to ask is, what would be a good for a student like me to be able to present when I'm about to present? I have something to present to a group. What should I do to put myself in a good shape and to be approved by the audience?
Right. The first thing is showing up. And thank you for showing up to practice. The first thing is to show up and practice. Practice before your presentation. That's one of the important things in terms of public speaking. When you learn to practice, when you practice before your presentations, you take charge. You have control. You understand the game. You understand what you want. So one is practice. Number two is know your audience. Right? Understand who your audience are. Because if I'm speaking to junior high students, it's a different thing altogether. If I'm speaking to university students, I'm going to prepare a different presentation. If I'm speaking to workers, I'm going to do a different presentation altogether. Because even though the same topic, but different, there are difference in whatever that is. Right? So you need to understand this, and you need to do that in terms of like understanding your audience and also practicing. So these are the two keys that you need to start with: understand your audience and also practice. Are you here, Adams? So you need to do all this. So Adam is you are mute. Your microphone is muted, Adam. Adam Simon, if you can unmute yourself, you can come up on stage and we can hear you. Today the network is bad for some people, but there's still hope. There's still a chance to practice, to create opportunity, to create that leverage, and to do more. You need to push and keep pushing until you get what you want. So it's a public speaking practice, and we are practicing our voice, practicing to create opportunities, practicing to create leverage, and to be able to do more. So, Adam, you are still muted. Okay, great. Hope you got all what I said.
Sorry, sir, the network was breaking. Please, can I join from Facebook or Telegram? If
I think
I'm asking
if I
can join from Facebook.
No, you can. Yeah, we are live on Facebook. So
you are live on Facebook.
You are live on Facebook, and people are seeing us on Facebook. But then, what you can do is that on Facebook you only watch, but you can't join there like live, but you can just only watch and stuff. So I think it's just generally the connection, because this is even more better if I'm just going live straight on Facebook. But then, all in all, that is what you need to start with. Practice and know your audience.
Yeah, now the network is stable. Can you please come again or for what you just said?
I'm saying that there are two key things that you need. Two key things to your question. One is practice, practice, and practice your delivery. Number two is know your audience. Understand your audience. Know who they are, know what their needs are. And number three is you need to research the topic. So at that level, these three will be better for you if you want to go and present. But then you need to know the direction you are sending your presentation to. Are you doing it in a motivational way? Do you want to inspire them? Or just want to give an announcement? So all this comes into play. So I would like you to introduce yourself a little, Adams. Who is Adam Simon?
Adam Simon is a student of University of Ghana, Legon, studying business administration and majoring in accounting. He comes from Bremen Continency in the Central Region, and also an executive for Abstam, tertiary Legon.
Great. Great. So that's quite a good introduction. But then I want you to come again. But this time I want you to prepare. Like use 1 minute, right? Prepare and come back again. Rehearse in your mind and come up back again.
Okay, sir.
Great. So it's the public speaking practice session, and we are doing practice sessions to let people know that you can practice. If you can practice, you can speak. If you can practice, you can create opportunities for you. If you can practice, you can do more. And I'm offering this because I've seen a lot of people are scared to speak. You are afraid, just afraid to speak. But the reality is, you will one day face a speaking opportunity. Maybe it's going to be a disaster for you because you are afraid to speak. Imagine me just going to a funeral, I'm prepared, and they ask me to read an obituary. Should I say no? No, I can't say that. I just needed to what? Cool down, read a little lines, then I'll move on with that. So you can also equally do that. Practice, and the more you practice, the more you create opportunities. There are a lot of people who can't even do Facebook Live because they are scared. But you are a great person, you are a change maker, and you need to know that public speaking will take you to the next chapter. So my name is Ibrahim Mustapha, and you can join my groups. We have WhatsApp group, and I also have Telegram, where I remind people that I'm going live and they can come up and practice. Very soon there's going to be a price tag to the practice, and I'm going to give people the opportunity to practice their speaking and to be able to do more. So Adam Smith, are you ready? Adam Simon, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Okay. I'm Adam Simon from Bremen Continency and a student of University of Ghana, majoring in accounting, and also an organizer for Abstam Student Union on campus.
Great. So you can see that I think I like the second part more than the first one. And the second one, like the voice, the confidence, that level, I like the confidence here, because you just straight went straight and you knew what he wanted to say. Anything to say? Do you have anything to add?
Okay. I'm a very cool guy and so interactive. I just want people to also have impact of everything that I want to bring on board. That will influence the behaviors and the attitude of people.
Great, great, great. That's a good addition. That's a good addition. Questions?
Okay, let me ask this question.
Okay.
Let me say I'm about to go to present to a group. I'm elder people or
Right.
people of a good image. I want to
Right.
ask what type of dressing should I be an official with a suit or I can be being an official without a tie? I want to ask that type of question because mostly you will see people going to a program or me presenting with a suit, a tie in a full package. Yeah, but I'm asking if I can put on a long sleeve, tuck in the belt, and I'm okay to go, or I have to be in tie and all sorts.
So there are different levels to this, and you need to know what suits you. I cannot say you should wear suit and tie if you are not a suit and tie guy. With me, when I'm going for programs, I look at the type of programs that I'm going for. And sometimes they'll tell you the type of dressing that you are supposed to dress. They can tell you business or business casual. Right, so you need to know what to put on. But then if you realize that that program, all the participants are required to wear suits, then I think you should also like go ahead if they say that. But then pick what suits you. If the tucking long sleeve is okay for you to look official, so be it. Some people can decide to even wear smock. Okay? But they still look official. Just make sure that you don't look too odd, you don't look too separated out, but then you just wear what suits you. But then if they say official, make sure you go there like if your official is the suit way, go with that. Some people's official can be that jalabia, that's Islamic type of wedding. That may be someone's official dress. So you need to know how your official dress will look like, and you go with it. But then it's up to you to choose what you have and to use what you have to get what you want. Sometimes I see people wearing suits, and the problem is that they've gone to borrow the suit, and it's either too long, the suit is bigger than them, or they're just forcing to put the suit on, and you will just know that this person is not comfortable in suit. But because the person wants to like be in that suit type of thing, the person goes to wear suit. So Simon, it's up to you to put in a dress or to dress in a way that will fit you, your ideals, and also listening to the type of meeting that you want to go and do your presentation on. Okay,
Okay,
Adams.
sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah. Yes.
Let me also ask about the confidence level. How you put yourself in a good shape when you're about to speak. Maybe you're a type of people that if you see a large crowd, there's some fear in you. You usually go to a program which occupies only 50 or let me say 20 to 50 people, but you are finding yourself in a situation where this program it counts to maybe 500 people. Say, I'm asking, how will you build your confidence level when you stand up to speak?
Right. It depends. One is you need to keep practicing for the 500. If you start small, like you are comfortable with 10 people, you can go with 10 people, right? Make sure you increase it to 15, to 20, to 30. Keep increasing it until you get to the larger crowds. But then there are techniques that you can use to be able to overcome your fears of public speaking. Maybe your preparation. How do you prepare? How do you practice? Right? So if you know how to prepare, you are also going to gain an advantage. So people will tell you that, oh, don't look at people's faces. These are all crap. This is nonsense. Because you are speaking to people. You are speaking to connect. So if you are not looking at people's faces, how do you connect with them? Eye contact is important in public speaking. But there are things that you can do when you are facing larger crowds. The first thing you need to do is you need to go early and make friends with some people in the crowd. So I want to do a presentation to 2,000 people, right? And I know I'm afraid of crowd. You need to go in advance to get familiar with the place, the venue, the people. Go and interact with the people so that you feel at home. You are going to feel at home interacting with the people. And number two is that you need to know what to do on stage. If you are shivering, how do you control your nerves? If you are scared, if things are not working on well, how do you control that? So you need to learn to control you. You need to learn to be able to take advantage. You need to learn to create opportunities. And you need to learn to overcome crowd, the fear of the crowd. So if you are afraid of crowd, practice, keep practicing, and try to move out of your comfort zone. Maybe your comfort zone is 50 people or 10 people. Know that you are going to go through one or two things that will help you reach out to 500 people. So one official answer I will give you is that one, practice. Number two, get a coach to help you. Because if you can speak to 50 or 10 people, you can equally speak to 500 people. You need a coach to help you overcome that. But then keep practicing, keep creating opportunities to speak, and keep speaking.
All right.
So that's my advice for that.
Okay, so I'm great to say that.
Right.
No,
Right.
no, you're nice.
So Adam Simon,
Sir?
I want you to do a presentation for me.
Okay.
You are going to use 2 minutes to do to prepare, and after the 2 minutes you are going to do 5 minutes of presentation. So you are going to speak to your department. So there's a seminar in your department, and Adam Simon, you are the presenter. You are the person to lead the presentation, and you are going to talk about entrepreneurship. So there are two things you can talk about. One is entrepreneurship, and two is after school, what next? So you can choose any of them to speak about. So your time is now. Use 2 minutes to prepare and come back on stage. Are you okay?
Okay, sir. All right.
Great. So your time starts now.
For presentation or preparation? Sorry, sir.
Presentation. Preparation rather. 2 minutes to prepare.
Preparation.
5 minutes to present.
Okay. Wow.
Let's go. the time. So when this thing finish, so when it gets down, the time is ready. Adams, Simon, let's go.
Sir,
Right.
good evening, honorable members, President of LSRC, fellow colleagues. My name is Adam Simon, a member of this noble faculty. I'm here to present to you after school what you can do with the school that has been acquired. In our recent years, job opportunity has become very difficult when a student graduates. And as a student or as a graduate from the university and studying accounting, there are lots of opportunities around you whilst not being employed. I could start from being acknowledging your own self, the knowledge that has been acquired into your own life. If you have a small business, don't wait for others to come and employ you into a government work, but start trying to manage your own affairs, which will be greatly expand when you have fully utilized your knowledge acquired in this university. Also, if you don't have anything to do, if you don't have any business, I want to say that you can keep practicing in a form of internship with other institutions, whether public or privately, which will enhance you in your preparation towards the work that you are willing to do in your life. This type of internship to help you know well in a practical field of what you are intended to do. Honorable members, it's a very great opportunity for you to be graduate as a student of a noble university. For not being that, you can also put all the things that you have acquired into practice by managing your family's business or a business, or you can be an advisor to your friends, your parents who are into trade. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That's great. And it's good. And you will become a good speaker and a better speaker. With the vim, with the capacity that you have, I think you are getting to greatness. But then, I want you to do the same presentation. I want you to add pauses. Okay?
All right.
Pause. Each sentence, learn to pause, learn to breathe in, control your breath, and hammer. So, Adams, Simon, let's go again.
Say. Okay. Greetings, honorable men, president of the LSRC, the dean of business school, fellow colleagues. We thank God for such a great opportunity given to us, and also a memorable day as we are all experiencing. My name is Adam Simon, the president of Abstract Legon chapter. I'm greatly honored to be given this opportunity before you, presenting to you after school. Thanks to executives and the program organizers for giving me such opportunity. After school, I want to start acknowledging that after school, as a business student graduated from a such noble institution, We have a lot of opportunities around, even not employed into government institutions. We have our own way to dig. By saying digging, I mean maybe you have your own business. You are a founder or a part of an organization which is not under government. Since you have not been employed into your dream job, I urge you to put what knowledge that you have acquired in management, organizing, and control of the business so that your set goals will be achieved. And also, maybe someone may say, I don't have a job or I'm not part of an organization. Let's have a scenario. You have been graduated from university for 2 years and you are not having work to do. The best thing to do is to find an organization, whether private or a government organization, and try to work with them as a form of internship or a free work for them, just to get an experience of whatever has been taught. There is always a saying by people that whatever has been taught in classroom is very different from what they are doing on the field. I can bear with them truly, because most people enter into an organization with a good knowledge but without any practicals to whatever they have acquired. By taking such opportunities, it will help you to get an experience from the work that you want to do in your future or in the time. Addressing this issue, I'm urging the university, as a school being recognized as a premium university to the nation, that they should try and help every student that has been passed through their hands to have a better experience in a field that they measured. By giving this, I will urge them. This goes to the dean of business. I will urge you so that you will find a better place for your students when they graduate as a form of internship opportunities to them. Thank you, sir.
Wow, thank you very much. This one was much more longer because of the pauses, and it's like you are finding your tempo, presenting and practicing and speaking, and the fire is coming. So this, I want you to do a last chapter, okay? And I want you to speak like you are on fire. I want you to speak like of power, right? And it's just like you are angry, you are talking. You know, some of the speakers who come to your seminars to speak, and when they are charged, they are moving on. I want you to do this. I want you to create opportunities. I want you to live the life you want to live. I want you to be able to stand up for yourself, believe in yourself, defend who you are, and do whatever you are supposed to do. I want you to go that tangent. And I want you to be fast. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Okay? Find your voice in this element. 1, 2. Let's go. Number 3.
Greetings to honorable members of the House, the Dean of UGBS, the President of LSAC, and all my co-executives. Fellow colleagues, my name is Adam Simon, the President of ABSTAC, Legon Chapter. I am greatly honored to give you such opportunities. Great thanks be to the executives of this program and organizers too. I'm here to do a presentation on a topic after school, and I want to draw the young mind on 1 or 2 items that are very important for a student being graduated after school. 1, everyone wants to become a public worker. Let me put it, a civil worker in this country. And for that reason, they are all writing application in and out to find jobs, which is not the right thing to do. Since you are not finding, there's another way for you to get into your own life by supporting your family and your own self. I will urge those who have their own businesses, those who have a good initiative, that they should put this initiative into practice so that others may also benefit from it. If you have a business, I will urge you, after graduating from such a local institution, I will urge you that every knowledge that has been imparted in you and being acquired here will be useful and utilized to you, not taking it hardly. Most people, Ghana, being graduated, over 2,000 people always graduated from University of Ghana Business School, and I can say boldly with an evidence that only 2% of them get into a government work. Where are those 90%? Where are those 90%? We have a lot of opportunities around us. Since we don't have our own institution, which we don't have our own work to do, there's also another thing to do which will help us find our better place. If you doing internship with an institution which won't pay you, it's also a great opportunity for you to be in a good shape for your future work. Taking into this, I want to draw attention to most people that whatever we acquired at this noble university is just a knowledge that we have grasped. For it to benefit us, we have to put it into practice by taking something good experience on the field. Being an accountant, you can go and do a work free without taking any remuneration or any salary from a bank, so that you may acquire a good skills. Bringing my presentation to an end, I will urge the day of business school that any opportunity that comes up for students to do an internship, you should make sure that the student that goes into that internship have a better idea and have a good experience that has been taken from that organization, which will help the nation to grow. For the nation to grow, it depends on individuals and those who have some more power, which will influence others their life. I once again take this opportunity to address the LSAC presidents and the executives of the business school that they should push and keep pushing for a student that has graduated to get work to do in the country. Thank you.
Wow, great. That was fireworks from Adams Simon, University of Ghana, representing Ghana, West Africa, giving us that fire for fire. So Adams, you did a great work. You did great, and it's getting better and better. It's getting better and better. I like the fireworks, and I like that rapport that you give. Balong Sibri, welcome.
Thank you, bro.
How is the movement?
Oh, alhamdulillah, it's fine.
It's fine. That's great. So, if you have some questions, just put that on the table. Then we start.
Okay, thank you.
Adams. Okay. So, Balance Sibri.
Yes, sir.
Brother. So maybe you can introduce yourself to us, who you are, what you do. Then we move on.
Okay. I'm Balance Libre. Professionally, I'm a nurse, live in Boko.
Right. Great.
Besides that, I'm venturing into poultry processing as an entrepreneur. Basically, that's what I do for now.
Great. So the next question that I would like to ask you is, do the introduction again, but I want you to emphasize on the agriculture, the poultry, the type of poultry that you get into. Let's go. You are going to prepare for that. 1 minute. Use 1 minute to prepare.
Okay. I'm Balance Libre. Our venture is Yarifela Farms. We are located in the Upper East region, precisely Boko. We are into poultry rearing and processing. And in the Upper East region, we feel that the importation of poultry into Ghana is a problem. So we want to stop that problem by rearing our own poultry and processing it for the local market within the Upper East region and Ghana with time.
Right. Great.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. So you can see that was on the spot.
Yeah.
That was on the spot, and that was great. You can equally do more. So now I want you to add what you do professionally, what you mentioned earlier before the poultry farming. But then take 1 minute to prepare, practice, prepare it. Don't worry, don't say it now, just prepare and let's go on. Prepare, I will ask you again to say that. Adam Simon. Welcome, Mash.
Thank you.
Great. So, Adams, are you still there?
Yes, I'm still on, but the network was interrupting, so it logged me out. And I joined again.
Yes, I saw you having two. You were having two logins. So, how do you feel after that fireworks?
It was cool, but I recognize I did a lot of mistakes. And how I construct my sentence, some of them were too long. I have to take a break and continue. But since I'm now building up, so I made a lot of mistakes. But as time goes on, I think I will.
Right. So you saw mistakes. I saw a lot of opportunities and potential. If you were to practice that particular fireworks, you'll have done a lot of work. So I'm still going to come to you, Adams. You'll still do it. Let's go to Balong Sibri.
Yeah.
Balong, your introduction. Let's go. Like that.
Yeah. I'm Balong Sibiri. Professionally, I am a nurse located in Upper East region. I work in Boku Praise Hospital.
Right.
I work as a theater nurse. Basically, I oversee the activities of theater. It's how the pre-operation, intra and post-op preparation of patients.
Great. That's great. That's great. So there are two levels to introduction. If you are doing it professionally and you want to, like, maybe you are meeting Ghana registered nurses, you want to project your nursing aspect, you can do more of the nursing. Then you can mention the theater nurse, all those things. If you want to get investors to get into your poultry farming, you see that you don't need to do much about the nursing because you are going to talk about the poultry farming. So you can have 2 or 3 introductions, but at any point in time, you hammer on one.
Okay.
You can just say, oh, I'm a nurse. I'm also a poultry farmer. And you hammer more on that. So those are some of the things level to introduction. So when you are starting your presentation and the extension, you can use your nursing background. Okay, your introduction, just put in your introduction, and that will be better. You can just state your introduction, who you are, what you do, and you are good to go. So as a speaker, you need to do that. So let's go back to the introduction again. I want you to write it down a little. Just write it, and you can use that as a guidance. You may not write it word to word, but just write like, oh, I'm going to talk about this. Maybe theater nurse, intra-op, farmer, poultry farmer, Boku, and all those stuff. Just put it in agendas, like, and let's fire.
Okay.
When you are ready, let me know. I'm
All
giving
right.
you. So when this thing is cool, when it stops, it should stop. It's a public speaking session, practice session, and we are helping ourselves. We are practicing to make Ghana better. We are practicing to create opportunities. We are practicing to do more. And you can also practice your public speaking. You can only get better if you learn to practice. Get better, keep getting better, keep pushing, keep moving, and keep doing what you do best, because your voice has a message to tell. Let's go back to Balong Sibri. So welcome. So I'm going to do this time, I'm going to do the introductions and you will do the speaking. So I'm going to be your MC for this night. So my name is Ibrahim Mustapha and I am your MC, number one MC for today. This event is powered by maybe Airtel, Tigo, or SCCA Tamale, right? Red Clay. If you want to see sites that are professionally built, go to Tamale, go to the SCCA. And today we have one of our speakers. He's called Balong Sibri, and he is here to inspire us. So let's welcome Balong Sibri. Go on.
Yeah. Hello. Thank you, Mr. MC, for your introduction. By name, I'm Balong Sibri. By profession, I am a nurse, specifically a perioperative theater nurse. And entrepreneur-wise, I am a poultry rearer. In terms of nursing is a profession registered in Ghana. Basically, we foresee the patients and treat, discharge, and do follow-up. Specifically to theater, we have three main basic components of theater: pre-operative, that is caring, preparing the patient for theater; intraoperative, that is caring for the patient during operation; then post-operative care is caring for the patient after the operation. With reference to my entrepreneurship side, poultry rearing is a business I've identified in Ghana. We have realized that Mother Ghana import about 180,000 metric tons of poultry and poultry products into the country. So, and local poultry importers from Boku who import poultry from Accra here undergo a series of headaches and frustrations. So we thought that we can alleviate their suffering by raising the old broilers. Then when they become matured, we sell them either as live bears or as processed bears. With this, we thought that we'll be able to supply fresh chicken that hasn't undergone frozen process. Then we also thought that we'll be able to employ series of people within the Upper East region that will be part of our project. Basically, I think that's what I do for now. Thank you.
Right. Thank you very much. You wanted to finish fast. You just wanted to finish, but then you didn't know when to stop.
Yeah.
Right. So you were catching words in the air, mid-air, and trying to present those words. So you see that you wanted to, but you have time. You have all the time at your disposal. So as a speaker, don't always be in a rush to finish. If you are in a rush to finish, you are going to make mistakes and you feel like, let me just finish fast. So don't rush and know when to finish. So when I say this, I'm going to finish. And that was why you said, let me leave it here, right? Because
Yeah.
you didn't even plan to leave it there. But because you feel like things were not coming, you had to leave it there.
Yeah, you're right.
So learn to make it short and learn to feel relaxed to do your introduction. Oh, my name is Ibrahim. I'm a public speaking coach. I'm also a nurse and a poultry farmer. And why I go into poultry farming is that in Ghana, we import over 10,000 metric tons of poultry products every year. And I believe that locally, we can do more. Even though I am a nurse, but I feel like this is a gap we need to fill. And that is why I venture into poultry farming. So if you want to buy live birds, if you want to buy poultry products, if you want to buy eggs, we can supply eggs in large quantities. Thank you very much. And so be composed. Take your time. Take charge. And believe me, your presentation can change the world.
Thank you.
You reiterate some of the words, some of the things that are happening in Ghana by using your voice. So you've laid the problem and you are solving that problem. So, Balong, it's time for you to go again.
Thank you, Mr. MC.
I like that breath. Let me do the introduction first. We are fortunate today to have one of our own. He's a nurse, and people may think that he will limit himself to the hospital, but he's gone into farming, and he's into what? Poultry farming. So let's welcome our brother, Balong Sibri. Welcome, brother.
Thank you, Mr. MC. Audience, my name is Balon Sibri, as rightly introduced by the MC. Yeah, I'm a nurse by profession. Fortunately, I'm a poultry farmer as well. I felt we went into poultry farming because we've discovered a big problem in Ghana. That is the importation of poultry and poultry products into the country. We felt that it's a problem we can solve locally, and due to that, we started to go into rearing of poultry. Specifically, we rear only broilers because they have a shorter duration to maturity. We take them at day old. Within 5 months, they are matured. Then we either sell them as live birds or we sell them as processed. Basically, it depends on the request of the customer. So with this poultry processing that we are into, we also noticed that we can employ a lot of the youth in our program because we further discovered there's a series of youths that are roaming around after secondary school, especially those who have championed agricultural at the back at SS. So besides that, we're also supplying freshly processed chicken. That is, per our research, we've discovered that most of the restaurants within the Upper East region and Ghana prefer freshly processed chicken because the customers are complaining they don't like the imported one because it has no taste. So we are at your service to provide you your fresh processed chicken anytime, anywhere. Just give us a call. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I can see the transition. It's like now I can see the maturity. Now I can see like that's Vim coming up, and I like the way you are presenting it.
Thank you.
You can see that this one, what is the difference? Do you realize that there's a difference between the two, the first one and this one?
Yeah. The second one, I'm a little bit composed. I have control over the whole process. Unlike the first one, there's some amount of panic, and I was just looking for a sentence to talk around the whole thing.
Right, right. So, and that's the power of practice. You've just practiced, and you've moved from where you are to where you want to get to. So, assuming you are there, you've never even practiced this. You've never even practiced your introduction. But then you want to do your introduction, and you are speaking to like 200 people. You'll see that the composure will not be there. You may end up and no one will even understand you, and you will self-doubt yourself. So you need to practice more. The next thing I want you to do for me is that you are going to do a presentation to the United Nations, and you are going to speak on leadership, how we can use leadership to try to help Ghana. So that is your topic for today, but then you are going to prepare, and once you are prepared, I'm giving you 2 minutes. You can be able to do that. So use 2 minutes to prepare, and we are moving on. Welcome, Majority Leader. So prepare, and I'll bring you up again. Let's welcome
All right, thank you.
Abdul Ghaffar, the Majority Leader. So welcome, Mabia.
Thank you.
Great, great. So maybe you tell us who you are, what you do, because I know what you do, but the audience don't know. So I will not tell them unless you tell them.
Okay. My name is Abdul Ghaffar, a student and a business consultant at AG Professional Services.
Great. So Abdul Ghaffar, do that again. I want to hear about the CV writing.
Okay. I said my name is Abdul Ghaffar, a student and a business consultant at AG Professional Services. And AG Professional Services is basically centered on providing job requirement documents for job applicants and entrepreneurs. So the job requirement documents, we prepare CVs and business proposals, letters, application letters. So we should serve entrepreneurs with business proposals for them to use for funding and to search for their potential clients and customers.
Wow. Wow.
So basically, that's what
great.
AG Professional Services do.
Great. And we are happy to have AG professionals in the house. So if you want your CV, if you want your business proposals, if you want to write business proposals, business plans, I think this is the right place to be and the right person to contact. He's been doing this for quite some time, and he's helped people work on their CVs. And mostly I send people to him also to, like, if people want to bother me, oh, Ibrahim, can you help me with my CV? I say, no, I can't. I don't have that time. Go to Abdul Ghaffar. So welcome.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining. I'm happy that you are here. So Balong Sibri, the time is now. Let's go. So we are at the UN General Assembly, and you are to give us a speech. So let's welcome our brother from Ghana, Balong Sibri.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Please, can you put up a smile? Everyone, please, can you put up a smile for me? Yeah, thank you. That's fine. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, today is a great day. We're meeting together here to talk on leadership. For me, I would say leadership is basically an act. It's a desire to champion the cause, either elected or by voluntary means. Per this definition of leadership, it might trigger you. Oh, my leaders, are they doing well? Or that is how leadership is supposed to be. Or is leadership basically by voting? But in Africa, per se, our leaders, we attempted to say they failed us. We attempted to say they've led a course. But it all depends on your judgment. Let's move forward. Leadership, basically, when we are ready to lead a group of people, is a selfish desire, it's a selfless desire we are putting forth to champion a cause. It could be a leader of the family, but your aim basically is to guide, protect, and direct the cause of events that happen daily. As you listen, you ask yourself, am I just doing well? That's still the same question. But we are saying they are doing well because in every day we are moving forward. In as much as it is not recognized, or in as much as it is not as we expected, but we can still say we have leaders because our country is not in a very devastated state. Our Africa, with its numerous problems, is not in a devastated state. In as much as we, the youth, wish to see more of our leaders, that notwithstanding, and you, we can all become leaders. We can only become leaders by accepting responsibility from the basis, that is as a child, or from our basic workplaces. Then we can go into the community where will be recognized by what we do. And as time goes on, we are also moving forward in our leadership and championing what Africa is meant to be. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And Ambassador from Ghana, Balong.
Thank you, sir.
So how do you feel after this?
After everything, I feel like, wow, not written, just a few words and hammering on it. It's cool.
Great.
And I like
right. So, and that is the power of speaking, and that is the power of that what you can do to give yourself the leverage to speak. You need to create multiple topics and speak to them. And when I used to do that, I'll create topics in my mind. I'm just walking and I'm doing presentation. Sometimes you feel like I am mad, but I know I'm not mad. I'm just in the realm, like practicing. That's like imagining if I get called onto CNN, what am I going to say? If I speak at the World Economic Forum, what am I going to say? So, and I can quite remember I did a presentation about training people about team building. In my mind, I did it like countless number of times. See myself at the World Economic Forum doing a presentation until I actually got the opportunity to go there and do a presentation. I've already pre-planned that. And I went there, it was like chew and pour. I was like, let me do it. This is my time. And I was still in that realm, looking at myself that, okay, one day I'm going to go to the United Nations. Even though I went to the United Nations, but I didn't do a presentation, but I was just sitting down there and feeling like, oh, one day it will happen. But then I already have what I'm going to say. So if you wake me up at the UN, I know what to say. So a good speaker is someone who can plan like you just did within the shortest period of time. Don't ever go to a program and you say, balance, come and speak. And you say, oh, it's like they didn't tell me. They didn't tell me early. It's here. Most speakers say that, oh, they didn't tell me early. And once they are composed, they say, okay, let me say something. And they want to use 1 hour. They don't want to stop. They just say, let me say something small. So don't say that you are not prepared. Plan. And go. So you have a question?
Yeah, I just asked, what does it take to speak in public?
It just takes you appearing and speaking in public, like we are speaking in public.
But you know, in reality, you are watching the people by their faces. And like some are grown-ups in that hierarchy. You know, when your eyes cut up with a gray hair, look at you with a furious face, you get to stammer.
Right. So it just takes your confidence, and you need to know why you want to speak. For example, you talked about agriculture in your introduction, and Abdul Ghaffar talked about CV writing, which is very important. Number one thing that keeps you speaking is, what is it what is insider speaking for you? It's a marketing tool. That you know that once you speak, you can make money, you can get people to buy your services. So you need to know why you are speaking, number one. Me, I know that home is not good like that. So I must speak to feed myself. So will I come and I'm afraid? I get me. So I know that no matter what. But then you will go to places. Okay, you will go to places and you are going to be afraid. You are going to see the people and you are scared of the people. And maybe the people you think, okay, they have certificates than me. Maybe maybe like, let's talk about the Gafar services. A minister comes to him and says, I want CV services. He said, oh, minister, I get me. He's looking at the minister, right? And it used to happen to me, to be frank. Like, I used to feel like, there are people who have, now the people I coach, among them are ministers of states. I do one-on-one with them. I do member of parliaments, lawyers, doctors. But then when I started, it used not to be like that. I feel like, if you have a PhD, you can speak. So, but I still have PhD students who are trained. I coach to do public speaking. And I don't have my master's.
Wow.
At that time, just like it was just the degree that I was using. So you will self-judge yourself, but to know that you are talking about what you know. Public speaking is about communication. You may have senior nurses. You may have even the Ghana Health Service Director in the audience. But you, as a nurse, you need to speak about what you know about. So don't be afraid. Go and speak. And that's the power of public speaking. So that's what it takes to speak. Know what you are doing and don't be afraid. You are still going to be scared because when you see people who are richer than you, when you see people who have more going on in life than you are going to say, what am I going to say? But don't be afraid. Just say what you are supposed to say. I can remember, I always tell this story. My first experience in China, I was going to do it was career/public speaking. And that time I was acting like a local champion in Ghana. Yeah. So when I got to China, and it was 2 events. One was the World Economic Forum. That one I attended a program in Tianjin. And I had my own personal program that I had to speak in Beijing. And the company's name is Beijing Axis. And they trade in gold, they trade in minerals. They've worked with different people like Sam Jonah. So when I went there, I didn't prepare. I said, I've been doing this for quite a long time. So local champion, I didn't know that levels will change in China. So when I got into the venue, I took a bus. I took there are long trains and buses. I got to the venue using the map, and I saw that they were like beautiful cars, Range Rovers, Bugattis, Lamborghini, like mention any type. I saw my dream cars there. But because
you were pressured.
Yes, it was I was not pressured at that time because it was a tower. I feel like, this maybe the people there are rich, or some are rich. I didn't know. So when I got to my presentation room, that conference room, I started seeing people that in my mind I said, who are these people? Because they were looking too professional. And the first person I asked, I'm a lawyer. I said, Ibrahim, we are waiting for you. And ibrahim Mustapha from Ghana, that local type of introduction at that time, local champion. I don't arrive. The person will say, I'm a doctor. This person will say, I'm a lawyer. This person, I started seeing big PhD candidates, PhD students, and the one were two to speak. that speaker, I said, so I asked one of my colleagues, oh, who is he? He said, oh, this is one of the billionaires in China. He says among the top 10 billion, like top 10 richest people in China. I said, yeah, and me coming to speak with him. So at that point in time, I was having self-doubts. My confidence level started dropping because I saw cars, I saw rich people, I saw people doing better than me in terms of like career-wise. I'm here to present to them. So my mindset started like, what am I going to say? But I was fortunate. I wasn't the one to start. Because I traveled from Ghana, they said I should speak last. So the billionaire started speaking about like his businesses he has started, the hotels he has, the chain of restaurants he has in different places. And one chain of restaurants, when they say chain of restaurants in China, okay, and I asked, what is a chain of restaurants? And the guy who invited me there, he knows about Ghana. So he told me that a chain of restaurants, one chain, the guy has like close to 10 chains of restaurants. But that one chain of restaurants, that I should calculate the total number of restaurants in Ghana, that one chain of restaurants is more than the total number of restaurants in Ghana. I say, yeah,
Wow.
right? Yeah, one chain of restaurant. All the restaurants, add the bars, the ones making noise in your area, add them. One chain is bigger than them. And he has like close to like 8 to 10 chains of restaurants. So even if he's not speaking, someone like that, if he's even sitting down, he's an inspiration to you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Talk less of he opening his mouth. So he spoke about how he started and the things that people can do to be able to start. Then when it got to my turn, I said I should put on the projector. Let me do what I do best. I was still like not in myself, but I setting up the projector. I asked myself, why am I here? I'm here to speak. And they identified me and they invited me to speak. I didn't bring myself here and say I want to force and speak. I have a talent that maybe they need. They want me to talk about public speaking. Maybe majority of them are afraid to speak in public. They may be richer, they may have a lot of things going on, but I know what I'm talking about. And this is what I've been doing. So I step up and I said that. And one thing I said that actually triggered some action in me. I started doing like, I went to the washroom, I did some
Rehearsals.
Abdul Gafar would say Kappa. I was just like, Kai, Kaprati. What I said was that I said there are people in Ghana, I have family members who have never been to China. I have maybe my grandfathers, my great grandfathers who never stepped in China. But today they are all rooting for me to win. So I'm not alone. I have people, young people who are not yet born in Ghana, young people who are praying for me. I have people who are behind me, dead and alive people, and they want to see me succeed. So I'm just going to speak and do my best. I came out and there was AC, but I was just hungry to speak. I wanted to just finish this presentation. I went, took my time, and I finished my presentation. And the people I was afraid of, they came to me and they started saying, oh, wow, that was a great presentation. Thank you. They started telling me that. Then once they started saying that, then I said, Kai, Charlie, let me sit back. Yes. And after that, some of them came to Ghana. We did projects together. They invited me. And that was my first time at that time, getting speaking engagement, and they paid me like $1,600.
Wow.
And they came to Ghana. There was a training in Ghana, Ajumaku. I can remember Ajumaku. And because I spoke in China, and they were like, they are big guys. So they had another project, and one of them just invited me. So I was in Tamale by that time. I came over to Accra, and I went to Ajumaku, and I just did like one day, and at the end of the presentation, they gave me the money in an envelope, $1,600.
Wow.
So when I took the money, because there was no contract, I didn't check the money right in front, and I said, okay, it's okay. Oh, but like when I was holding it, $100. Like I didn't open it, but I saw that it was heavy. I said, whatever money this is, there's hope. So I went to the washroom and I opened it small. Hey! I just went back and told them that like I finished my presentation. I said, oh, I'm a little tired. I want to go back to my hotel. And then they booked a hotel for me. I want to go back and relax. Like I went back and I I just opened the money, counted it $1,600, and I just spread the money on my bed. Then I slept. Then I felt like, wow, this was it. And at that time I said, I'm going to do public speaking for the rest of my life.
Wow.
So you see that sometimes you may be afraid. Sometimes you are afraid to do one or two things. You see audience, you are afraid to speak. Maybe like, let me take my Facebook audience. We are afraid to be able to like come on stage and speak, but then your speaking can create opportunities for you. Your speaking can help you because one day you still have the opportunity to speak. Someone can just say, okay, Abdul Ghaffar, we see you doing this. Can you train our company? Can you talk to our students, University of Ghana students, to make money out of it? Will you say no? You can't say no,
No,
because it's a great opportunity. But most people will say no because they're afraid to speak in public. The fear of public speaking alone. So if you are here, know that don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's number one. People are afraid to make mistakes. If I was afraid to make mistakes, I think I would not have done whatever I have done in life. In terms of speaking, no, I'm not afraid to make grammatical errors. No, I'll press the button and give the bullet, and I'm going. I'm just going. I don't care. No, but there are some people in life, as a speaker, their main aim is to maybe correct your grammatic errors. If you are making grammatic errors, they are counting them. And that's why when you can go to an event and someone is speaking, right? Maybe the person asking or answering the question, and the person will put in some bullets. And there's one particular person who will be looking around to see whether the other audience have also realized the type of mistake the person has done.
Yeah.
Did we hear what the person like? So there are people like that. You can never impress them. Don't even try. And don't try to let people like you. No. I put on my Facebook videos post with the intention that there are people who don't just like you. Just because of your name, people will not like you. Your height, people will not like your color. People will see you and you are annoying them. People will say, okay, every day he's just posting on Facebook. And that's the reason that someone will just hate you. But the reality is that there are some people in life, they don't like themselves. No. So me, Ibrahim Mustapha, I don't have a business trying to let Abdul Ghaffar like me or you like him. No, I cannot do that because there are sometimes you ask yourself. Someone told me that when he's not having money, he doesn't like himself. Right? Right. So these things happen. So don't ever feel like you want to let people like you. Don't let people feel like you want to do. No. Please just do what you do. And that's the mark of a speaker. Do what you do and know that your speaking can change the world. I can tell you for a fact, your speaking can change the world.
All right. Thank you.
Right.
God bless you.
Thank
Your
you.
motivation.
It's always like good to have people like you. And I have taken this pain to do these free seminars, free trainings, practice, because I've seen that a lot of people. Thank you, Fatih Osman. Thank you, Fatih Osman. I've seen a lot of people are scared to speak. And that is one of the problems we have in Africa. Majority of us we cannot speak. For us, we are background talkers. You know, background talkers, backbenchers. So in school, we used to have our colleagues. We used to be at the back. When there's a tough lecturer, we cannot stand in front of like class and talk. But when the lecturer is out, they will start complaining. We start doing hard guy. When we are in class, we are just sitting down quietly, background. Whatever they say, break time, we'll rush and go out. And that's the type of people we have in Africa. We have people who are leading us in Africa. We cannot even ask them questions. Let someone be here doing hard guy. Oh, Nanado, this, Nanado, this. And they will say, go and meet Nanado and ask questions. The person will go and be there like this. Hey, there's the president too. Hey, for like, but we cannot speak. But because we cannot speak, people are not giving us opportunities. Because we cannot speak, and CNN will not speak for me. CNN will never speak for you.
Oh, yes.
But in a way, we want CNN to project Africa. We want, and we complain that, they are always talking bad about us. No, if you don't speak, you don't speak. If you even come to Ghana, right? I used to, when I was less busy, my mind was not developed. I used to also say that, Southerners are not developing enough. They just have intention to be able to make Northerners poorer. And I also agree, yes, it's true. No. In this world, no one has a responsibility to make you rich or to help you. So now the question I'll ask is, so you want Southerners to come and develop you Northerners? It's Northerners who develop Northerners, and Southerners will develop Southerners. Americans will develop Americans. And Ghanaians will do what? Will develop Ghanaians. But public speaking will give you the chance to say whatever you want to say. And you see, I like the way you did the United Nations presentation, right? Because you didn't let people know, like, you didn't go into the realm of talking about what people talk about leadership. They say, people are corrupt in Africa, they are criminals, they are whatever. At the international stage, you don't need to say that. I will never say that on UN platform. I'll let them know that we all have problems. When I come home, they will give each other bashing. If someone minister is not doing his or her work, we'll bash the person. But when I go internationally, I will speak, and I will speak because I'm reflecting me, I'm speaking about me. So as a speaker, you need to know what to say at each point in time. Don't go and be like a foot soldier. They'll give you a platform, you start complaining. No, you start creating solutions. And that's the mark of a good speaker. So we can all speak. We can all change our lives through speaking, and we can all do more. So a few questions, then we wrap up. Abdul Ghaffar, how is the services, like the CV writing? And what is the major problem that you've seen in terms of people who don't have better CVs?
Currently, one of the major problems I'm facing is most people do complain about the lack of jobs, and there's no need for them to have CVs. So as it stands, that's what category of people are saying.
Okay. So the next question is, the people who still believe that they can get a job with a CV, what do you do?
People who say, I don't get
like
the
there are
question.
people who come, like, and for you to write their CV, what is the basic challenge that you see in most people's CVs that we need to work on?
Okay. One of the problems that pass through all job applicants is they always have one problem in common, and that is sending a single CV for every job vacancy they are applying.
Okay.
And that's a major problem, and most of them don't know it's a problem. For instance, you prepare one CV and you send it for a secretarial position. The same CV the person sent for a secretarial position is sending to another office for an HR position, knowing very well that a secretarial position and HR position doesn't tally. You see?
Yes.
So one thing I always tell my clients is, anytime you are applying for a new job, make sure that you tailor the CV.
Right.
And tailoring the CV means you have to prepare it to suit the vacancy you're applying. So that's one of the things I always tell them.
Right. Right.
Okay.
You can see, like, this is like an education in its own. I think one day we'll do a master class about this, and I think you should put also this in a course. You should put this in a course, because what you just mentioned, no, that used to be my number. I'll print the CVs, and I'm working. If I see Ghana Telecom, then I'll just remove the CV from my back, get a cover letter, leave the dash, then write the organization name. 100 CVs, 100 CVs, different companies. One CV, I'll use one CV, I will send to different companies. But yes, what you are saying is true. You need to tailor your CV to meet the type of job that you want. So I think we'll do a master class about that. So Sibiri Balong, it's been a great session. It's been great that we've all experienced, and I believe that every day, let's just come. If people are not even there to practice, but we practice ourselves, we keep talking, we keep like doing it, we keep bringing different topics, and we keep talking about those topics to get better. And that's the only way you can get better. I've gotten people who come to enroll into public speaking courses, and one day, like 1 hour session, and they get better. Did I do any magic? No. I just reiterated their fear, let them know that they are just afraid for nothing, and they can create the world they want to create. So, and that's the power of public speaking. Let's keep hammering on what we can do and leave the rest. Don't fear to make mistakes. Show up, practice, learn, make mistakes, learn, come back, learn. There was a guy who I gave the chance to speak. Top CEO. Great guy. He's won a lot of awards. The guy messed up full time. I swear. He took the mic, nothing was coming out from the mouth. But I didn't know that he couldn't speak. He was afraid to speak. But I invited him to my program. When he saw the crowd, his mind went blank. But after that, I was able to like coach him, train him to do. So you may see people in parliament who are afraid to speak in public. You see, like someone, you know, the person is your member of parliament, and the person has never said a word. It's not because they don't have things to. They have things to say, but they are afraid to speak in public. I've picked a lot of member of parliaments, and I've been able to coach them, and now they are active in parliament. They are very active. When there's a fight, they fight. But are you mindful of the fact that those who don't even speak in public, they have like things they want to say, but they are keeping them. So when there's a fight, you see them fighting. You see up for them. Check those who pick the chairs and they knock it. They don't speak in parliament. No, right? So is there a public speaking session, practice session? I have initially we had our good brother Mash. We also have Simon, Adam Simon. We also have like the likes of AG Professionals, the man in the house, Abdul Ghaffar, and we have the nest and the poultry to the farmer. There's the poultry to the farmer, Balon Sibri. So Abdul Ghaffar, your final words, then we drop it here and we'll make another time for tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much for the opportunity, and I would like to wish everyone well, and most especially those people who are interested in applying for jobs. I have one last thing to tell them.
Right.
Yes. And it's about the CV writing. I always advise them to make sure that their CVs are always well prepared before sending them out for the position they're applying. And they should also check the position's job description before sending the CV, because some of them do prepare the CV without looking at the job description.
Great. I think we have Fatih Osman saying that inshallah.
The duty check.
Okay. Keep on.
Okay. Most of them always look at the position the job is looking, the employer is searching for, without looking at the skills or the job description the employer is looking for. So I always advise them to look at both sides, both the position, then the skills and duties the employer is looking for, before sending out their CVs or cover letters. And they should always tailor the CV and the cover letter. Thank you.
Great. So if this is a good advice, make sure you tailor your CV to the type of job that you are looking for. Make sure you always don't dump CVs. Make sure you prepare them and research about the job, research about the description before you go on. So is there a number that they can reach out so that if they want to do CV writing? Okay.
I have a contact they can 02 020 897
okay
6686
86 so 020 897 6686. Is that
86.
it? 668.
Yes.
Yes. 020 897 6686. AGCV. Right. So I think the number is here. I've pushed the number online. So that's the AGCV service. So reach out and get your CVs prepared, get your CVs done professionally. And thank you to all of you watching via YouTube. And I want to say that tomorrow we are coming back bigger when we are doing this. We are going to do this and we are going to do it again. We are live on YouTube. We are live on Facebook. And we are live on different platforms. But I believe that I need to limit it to YouTube and Facebook so that I can monitor the traction. And because it's difficult sharing, like going to LinkedIn, going to different platforms to read messages. But then you can do more with the power of speaking. Speak faith, speak greatness to you, and buy your CV services via what we have here. And we have our brother joining again. Balong,
yeah,
it's like we lost you.
Yeah, it's the internet issues.
Okay. So we just talked about CV writing again, and there's a number 020-897-6686. Abdul Ghaffar, you don't want to pay e-levy. I can say you're using Vodafone. We'll come to your house and take it. So Sibri, your final words and the services that you provide and how can we get those services?
Yeah, honestly, this is my first time speaking one-to-one with a professional. more than see myself by look at the wall and talking or the mirror in my room. But I'm seeing myself and talking, but it doesn't go anywhere.
Right.
I never knew it's all that simple but difficult. Yeah, with our project, we are a startup. So all what we want to do is to provide fresh, frozen chicken for the good people of Ghana. We are Africans. We can produce more. We shouldn't be all the time importing. We can do ours as well. So it's an opportunity and I'm grateful. I know from here I'll take it up. I'm to pitch, really, but I was scared. I kept on postponing this severally. But I think we'll talk on that one.
Great.
Afterwards. So thank you so much.
Right. Thank you to all of you. I believe that you've learned something, and I know this video is going to be there for you to keep learning. So let's do this tomorrow. Let's do this again anytime. Come up, pitch, practice, get better. Pitch, practice, get better. My name is Ibrahim Mustapha. I am your commander for today. I have AG Services Abdul Gafar. The number is there. Balance 3, who is a poultry farmer and also a nurse. And we are just sharing our passions to the world. So thank you. Let's do this tomorrow at 9.
Thank you, too.
Thank you.